I've got a really unusual blank for you today. This was sent to me by a friend of mine, Steve Brazil. It's rubbery and it appears to be cork. I don't know what it is, what the composition of it is. Steve has turned this. I saw a pin that he made out of it. It looked pretty darn interesting. He sent me several pieces, thank goodness, because if I mess up, I can try another piece. I've got a fish bit, 27/64" fish bit chucked up. Very sharp bit, brand new. So we are going to attempt to put a hole down the center of this blank. Drilled a little easier than I expected. Not too bad of a smell while drilling. Let's grab a tube and see how well it fits into the blank. Got a standard Sierra tube. Actually, it's a pretty tight fit. Wow, that's not bad at all. I'm going to go ahead and use epoxy on this. I think it'll help. The lubrication of the epoxy will help me get the tube all the way into the blank. And being that it is a rubber cork compound, I think the epoxy will hold better than a CA. But I really, truthfully, I'm surprised at how well that blank drilled. I just finished gluing the tube into the blank. Got a really nice tight fit. Had to use a pin insertion tool to press it in because the fit was so tight. Get a little better look at the material now. It's kind of like a black rubber and a cork mixed together. Anxious to see how this turns. Let's let it dry overnight and we'll find out. The cork blank is on the lathe. I am not exactly sure what to expect when I turn it. We're going to give it a try, see what happens. But like I said, I'm not expecting a lot because it looks like material that's just more going to tear than cut. I'm going to get the lathe turned up as fast as it will go, and we're going to take super light cuts. So let's see how this turns out. This should be very interesting. I just set the lathe at 3,975 RPMs. I've never turned this fast before, so let's see if it makes a difference. Well, we had a little bit of excitement, peeled it right off. You can see how thin I had gotten. I am maybe somewhere between a 1/16 and an 1/8 of an inch above the bushing, and it just basically peeled right off. And if I remember correctly, my buddy Steve told me, I'm pretty sure he told me that he got close. He had several failed attempts, then he got close, and he went straight to the sander. So I'm thinking I'll take it down to, right about an 1/8 of an inch, and then I'll begin sanding. So what I'm going to do is prep another blank, get it tubed, squared on the lathe. We'll get it trued up, and then I'll pick back up and finish this video. So for you, that's going to happen in the course of a second. For me, it's going to take a day or so to get everything ready to go. But stay tuned, and we will be right back and see what we can do about finishing this blank. I prepared a second blank using the exact same process that I used for the first. I've turned the blank down to where it's just shy of the bushings on both sides. We're going to stop turning and start sanding and see if we can't shape this up really nice. I sanded down to 800 grit and it looks pretty good. I'm gonna just rub it with some denatured alcohol to kind of clean the dust off of it. Quite a bit of nastiness there. I don't think I'm gonna put a finish on this. I mean, I'm thinking with the feel of the cork, if I were to put CA on here, it's just not gonna feel right. And probably with it having a little bit of a sponge to it, it's probably gonna crack like crazy. I don't think a friction polish or anything like that would do a great job with it. So I think I'm gonna leave the cork as is. It's got a nice feel to it. It's a nice grip. And I think I'm just gonna assemble it into a pin just the way it is. We are ready to assemble this blank into a kit. Looking at the blank, one end looks just like the other, so I'm not overly concerned with which end I should put the cap into and which end to put the nib. I will let you know that I used a deburring tool and I deburred both ends of the blank. So let's go ahead and we'll put a bushing in one end to protect it. And we'll stick our cap in the other end. And let's get this into the pin press. Okay. There we go, that went well. I've already assembled the nib with the spring, the ink refill, and the transmission. Everything's together. So we're just going to snap it into here like this. And there we have a finished pin. And it does have a nice feel. Of course, I got to thinking with the Sierra, you're going to be probably holding it down here to write with. But I do like the feel of this blank. And I think naturally, it's over time, it's going to look better letting it just be natural as opposed to putting a finish on it. I'd really like to thank you for joining me in the shop. This was a fun blank to turn. Yes, we had a little controversy with the first one, but that's a learning experience. And I'd like to say thank you to my buddy Steve for knowing to send me more than one because he knew these were tricky blanks and something bad can go wrong. But the second one turned out fantastic. I love it. I like the natural feel of it. But the other thing I like is I chose this kit with the black barrel down here and the chrome accents because there's a lot of dark in this blank. A lot of, it appears to be black. It may be dark brown, I don't know. And it really kind of sets the blank off. Ooh, almost dropped it. Really kind of sets the blank off. So Steve, thank you for the blank. I'd like to thank you for joining me in the shop tonight. And I want you to know that you are always welcome in my shop. Come back and see me again real soon and have a great evening.